Sabbath, I'm Kennedy. How glad I am to be a part of God's loving family all around the world, praising and worshiping God on His holy Sabbath day. Today, the Lord Division Sabbath School honors SDA Church to reach the 13th Sabbath program. The theme is Standing on God's Promises to His Family. Being new, Horrible Song. Welcome.
Happy Sabbath, everyone! This quarter featured the West Central Africa Division, which is comprised of 22 countries. The division's headquarters is located in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. This region is home to 436 million people, including 834,183 Adventists, a ratio of 1 Adventist to 523 people. About 75% of Adventist schools are located in Ghana, which is home to roughly half of the division's 834,183 church members. The mission stories this quarter was collected from Guinea, Liberia, and Gabon. Guinea and Gabon are French-speaking countries, while Liberia is English-speaking. Here are the flags and some amazing animal facts about animals found in these 3 countries, as well as Cameroon, Sierra Leone, and Burkina Faso. That was very informative. This quarter, many interesting stories were featured in our Mission Quarterly. But the one we would like to highlight comes from Guinea and is entitled A New Life. Now, let's listen as Dylan and Sister Fiona present it to us.
Hello, my name is Mariba Monimo. I am a happy 12-year-old preparing to be baptized, so I can serve God with my new life. Was there an old life, you ask? Yes, there was. It all started when I was much younger. I grew up with my parents in the West African country of Guinea. I was a happy, obedient boy until I was 6 years old. My mother died, and my whole life changed when my father married his second wife. My father was a farmer and was busy working on the family farm, so I was left in care with my stepmother. Unfortunately, my stepmother had no time for me because she was always caring for her own 5 girls and 4 boys. This is the situation I found myself in. No one fed me, hugged me, or said anything kind to me. I became rude and refused to work on the family farm. When my father sent me to deliver a message, I stayed out all day playing with my friends, only returning home that night. I then started stealing money to buy food to eat. I even stole corn and peanuts from the neighbors' farms and sold them to get money to buy food. I tried to cover up my wrongdoings by denying that I had done these things when accused. Of course, no one believed me, and I was beaten by people nearly every day. My Aunt Rosalie, who was a Seventh-day Adventist, saw the beatings and decided to take me to live with her. This was the beginning of my new life. Please meet my Aunt Rosalie, who will be proud to continue the story.
I am Rosalie Monimo, Mariba's aunt. I was very concerned when I saw how badly Mariba was being treated. I knew I had to do something, so I took him with me across the country to the capital, Conakry. Being a Seventh-day Adventist with a strong love for Jesus, I wanted Mariba to learn about Jesus, so I enrolled him in a Seventh-day Adventist school. School was very difficult for him because he was accustomed to playing outdoors and not having to sit still at a desk. It required a lot of effort for him to study, read, and write. He got into a lot of mischief in the classroom. He stood on desks, jumped from chair to chair, and even broke chairs in the classroom. Every time this happened, the principal called me. I would always apologize and promise that it wouldn't happen again. Knowing the experiences he had before coming to live with me, I was very patient with him. My neighbors tried to discourage me with these remarks.
Give up trying to teach him to read.
Teach him to become a farmer.
This boy will never learn.
You're wasting time with school.
I told them I would not give up on him. I would shake my head and say, Mariba is a smart boy. I am praying for him and God will help him learn. Of course, I was standing on one of God's promises given in Mark 11:24, which says, Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours. God heard and answered my prayers. After the first semester, Mariba began to read and write well. He began to understand the lessons as he kept studying. His teachers were very happy and gave him extra tutoring every day after classes. He is now in the 3rd grade and is learning to read the Bible, which the school gave to him as a gift. He is very happy for the new life that God has given him to him in answer to my prayer, and is now preparing to be baptized. He plans to serve God with his new life. People like him now. He is not the same boy that I brought to live with me 6 years ago. Jesus, the Sabbath, and the Seventh-day Adventist school all changed him.
Aunt Rosalie's answered prayer reminds me that God keeps his promises to his family. I am glad I'm a part of God's family. I'm so glad I'm a part of the family of God. I've been washed in the fountain, cleansed by his blood, joined in with Jesus as we travel.
Moreover's story, A New Life, reminds us that the Seventh-day Adventist education plays an important role in spreading the gospel around the world. Alexis Quadio, the Assistant Global Mission Officer for the West Central Africa Division, says that education is the key to developing the church in West Africa. As a result, this quarter's 13 Sabbath offerings collected around the world will be used to 1. Construct Kobeya Academy, a K-12 school in Conakry, Guinea. 2. Open an elementary school in Buchanan, Liberia. And also 3. Establish a medical center in Abuja, Nigeria. The schools built will help young people like Moraba learn about Jesus in their classrooms. Please pray for the success of these projects as they seek to provide quality Adventist education.
Happy Sabbath. My name is Emmanuel. Gabby's saying that she is glad to be a part of God's family. Does being a part of God's family mean we will always have good times? Certainly not. Sometimes trouble will disrupt our happy families and may even cause us to separate from our family members. But no matter what happens in our earthly families, we still remain part of God's family. God will continue to watch over us, even in unpleasant circumstances. He promises to bless us wherever we are, and His continuing presence in our lives assures us that we belong to His family. This reminds me of a promise God made to Jacob, found in Genesis 28, verse 10 to 22 of God's holy word, the Holy Bible. Jacob was the twin brother of Esau, but you never would have thought that these two brothers were twins. They looked and dressed differently and had different interests. They did not get along with each other. Esau was his father's favorite, and Jacob was his mother's favorite. This caused jealousy and rivalry between these two brothers. This jealousy led to Jacob having to leave his home because Esau threatened to kill him for tricking his father into giving him Esau's birthright. I wonder, is this how siblings usually behave towards each other? Let's find out.
Hi, my name is Michaela. Hi, my name is Mackenzie. And we are identical twins. Happy Sabbath!
Hi, I'm Isabel. Hi, I'm Jordan. And we're fraternal twins. Happy Sabbath.
Hi, yes, I would like to welcome our two guests here. Could you guys please introduce yourselves?
How you doing, guys? My name is Kurt.
Kurt?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and your name?
I'm Cord.
Cord. Thank you, guys. We just have some quick questions for you guys. You guys just answer us. Thank you very much. Okay, are you identical or fraternal twins?
Fraternal. We're fraternal twins.
Fraternal twins, okay. Second question here we have, okay. People say that it's possible that you guys feel what the other one feels. Does that ever happen for you guys?
No, that is a large myth amongst the twin community.
Okay, so you guys never have any type of feelings of somebody's close or anything like that?
Nothing like that. That's all movie stuff. That is all, I don't know. Comedy, yeah.
All right.
Nothing like that. No special twin powers.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we saw that Esau and Jacob were different. How are you different from each other?
For one, I'm right-handed. He's left-handed. I'm taller. He's a little shorter than me. I think our body shapes are a little different as well. I'm a little bit more lankier than he is. And I think our skill sets are a lot more different as well. I guess he's more on the artistic side, cooking, painting, things like that. I've been more on the, I guess, the book side.
Logical?
Logical. There's always a difference between, logic and art, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a creativity and just a different type of intelligence between the two of you guys. Okay, what would you say are your similarities?
I don't know. I guess we're both class clowns to a certain extent.
I think same style, like fashion-wise.
Very true.
We always have like pretty much like the same kind of clothing, whatnot. I say like almost movies, things of that sort.
Oh yeah, definitely movies, TV shows, books that we've read. They've all been pretty similar.
Okay, so would you say that's more so with the way you've been raised, or more so just your personality?
Interesting. I think that would definitely have to be a combination of both. I would like to believe.
So.
Okay.
Because I mean, like even most like some of our friends and whatnot too, we end up sharing some of the same friends because liking the same circles. Personalities, being in the same circles, things of that sort. You know what I mean?
Okay. Moving forward, we are told that Isaac loved Esau and Rebekah loved Jacob. Did you feel at any time that your parents loved one more than the other?
Me personally, I can't say so.
I wouldn't say that, no.
Yeah.
Okay,
we both got in trouble. We both got beat at the same time. We both got the same punishments. Got the same gifts, things of that sort. So I think
I've even asked as well. I've asked as well. Does someone love one more than the other? And they give the politically correct answer. There's qualities of each of you that we love.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. What was your relationship like growing up? Was there any jealousy between the two of you?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. No.
I mean, it'll be little things like who's like the flyer twin, who got the better waves,
Okay,
like
so you guys are more competitive nature?
Yeah, I would say so sometimes.
Most each other. But
who's nicer in basketball, who's nicer in the video games, things of that sort.
Okay, so just small comparative differences.
Yeah.
All right. We were told that Jacob tricked his father. When you were growing up, did you ever trick your parents or anyone else?
Parents, no. They know us.
I would say like sometimes like on the phone. Like if they call the phone, like, they call the house up like that, they would think that they're like talking to Cord, and I'm like, we do like things like that. I'd be like, no, I'm Cord, and then they say, no, I'm Kurt, just to mess with their heads. But I mean, like right in front of their faces, no, you can't really switch on them.
Okay, so they actually could tell you guys apart pretty quickly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
They birthed us.
I mean, high school we would like
switch classes,
stuff like that.
Okay.
Thank you, twins, for giving us a different perspective on relationships between twins. Now, let's catch up with Jacob as he hurriedly tries to get away from Esau and try to find out what promise God made to him.
I have done a terrible wrong. I'm so sorry. I lied and cheated and betrayed my father's trust. My lies have caused problems for everyone in my family. I should have waited for God to fulfill the promise He made to my mother, that I would be the leader of our family. In looking back, Rebekah has to take some responsibility for what has happened. She is the one who came up with the plan that caused Esau to vow that he would kill me when father died and reclaim what rightly belonged to him. I wouldn't now have to leave my home and go to Uncle Laban's house. I have ruined my family. Now I have to walk almost 500 miles through strange and dangerous country to my Uncle Laban's house. I am all alone with no servants to protect me from wild beasts or robbers. Imagine having to give up my bed and having to sleep on this hard ground. Yesterday I was safe in my home, and today I am running for my life. I will have to travel as fast as I can.
In about 2 days, Jacob arrived at a special place. His grandfather Abraham had once built an altar there to worship God. Jacob was so tired that night, he may not have noticed that he was in such a special place.
I will stop here for the night.
That night, Jacob had an unusual dream, a special dream from God. In his dream, Jacob saw a high ladder or staircase. It reached from the earth to heaven. Jacob saw angels going up and down the ladder, and God spoke to him.
I am the Lord, the God of Abraham and Isaac. I will be with you and protect you wherever you go, and I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you.
Huh? The Lord was here. He's in this place and I didn't know it?
Jacob went back to sleep and got up early the next morning. The stars were just beginning to fade away, and the sun was just beginning to light the eastern sky. I have to mark this special place, this place where the Lord spoke to me. I dedicate this place to you, my God. I will name it Bethel, meaning the house of God. And so Jacob continued on his journey. He was no longer afraid of his brother. He was not afraid of wild beasts nor robbers. He knew for sure that the Lord was with him, because God has given him a promise that he would be with him wherever he goes.
I was really surprised to hear God's own voice making this promise to Jacob, that he will be with him and protect him wherever he goes, and that he will never leave him despite all his deception and all the trouble he brought to his earthly family. God's Bible has numerous promises for us too. Let's discover some of God's promises.
Good morning and happy Sabbath. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. My Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, so that you also may be where I am. John 14, verses 1 through 3.
Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41, verse 10.
Ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will be opened to you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to those that knocketh the door will be opened. Matthew 7, verses 7 and 8.
I will be reading Joshua 1:9. I have not commanded you to be strong and of courage. Do not be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9.
Good morning and happy Sabbath. Today I will be reading Psalms 91 verse 14 and 15, and it reads, Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he has known my name. He shall call upon me and I will answer. I will be with him in trouble and I will deliver him.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 6.
Philippians 4, verse 6 through 7. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds to Jesus Christ.
Jacob's experience with God has made me see that God is a loving and forgiving God. Sometimes things go wrong in our families. We make mistakes, we hurt others, or we do things that hurt us. But no matter what happens in our earthly families, we can always be sure that God loves us and that he will always be a part of his family. Let us then be faithful and stand on God's promise to his family.
Happy Sabbath, boys and girls. So today we're going to be singing Standing on the Promises. Standing on the promises of Christ my King, through eternal ages let his praises ring. Glory in the highest I will shout and sing, standing on the promises of God. Standing, standing, standing on the promises of Christ my Savior.
standing on the promises of God?
I know I am.
What about you guys? They didn't say anything.
I will thank the Lord with all my heart as I meet with him and give him thanks for his godly people. Today we celebrated our 13th Sabbath School program. And we're giving thanks for all the participants. But we're giving thanks for all those who made efforts and put out their contribution during the part of this quarter. A big thank you to the communication team who fine-tuned every video and presented them with ultimate perfection. Your reward is in heaven. Thank you, teachers, for acknowledging Christ through service. Your crown awaits you. We're giving thanks to all parents who made every effort in assisting their children whenever they were called upon to participate, especially at a short notice. You have all made the quarter very interesting by watching each Sabbath school lesson. Your children are promises for the kingdom as they are being groomed for eternity. We thank all viewers, and we're asking you to continue watching. As your children are promises for God, our theme today was standing on God's promises to his family. Remember, the ultimate promise is a gift of God, his Son. And this is found in John 3, verse 16, which says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." Thank you all. Thank you for all the efforts. Thank you for the sacrifice you made. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Thank you, parents. Thank you, teachers. Thank you once more, communication team. Above all, we're giving thanks to God, who has spared our lives, who has given us talents to be used in his service. Let me say to you all, as you work, there's a crown in heaven that awaits you. Don't be weary. Don't give up. Thank you all for all the efforts. Blessings along your pathway as God will continue to guide and direct you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.